course, this has been quite a long time since we've been here at the Too Tall Devildo Gaming Arcade. But how are the arcade 1-ups holding up so far after multiple years of playtime and use from multiple people, including small children? Well, I can say all of them work great. The only thing we had an issue with was we did have a fault with one of the joysticks here on Frogger that we got fixed. But Frogger is the one that has the light up marquee and the light up deck here, as you can see. The button right up over here you can press that you can actually change the color of the deck, turn it on and off, and so forth. Now, the newer ones have that. The older ones do not. Next up is our Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 4-player cab. As you can see, it's a rather larger one, but it's holding up pretty good. This one has Turtles in Time and Ninja Turtles. The Rampage Classic one. This was like the first one we got a long time ago. And it has Rampage, Gauntlet, Joust, and Defender. And honestly, it's still fun to play. I think our second one we got was Final Fight cabinet, as you see here. It came with Final Fight, 1944, Ghosts and Goblins, and Strider. And next up is, of course, Mortal Kombat 2 Arcade. 2-player, as you see here. This one has Mortal Kombat 2, and Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. And, of course, Street Fighter 2 Championship Edition. That's a nice 2-player one with your 6-button configuration. It comes with Street Fighter 2 Championship Edition, Street Fighter 2 Super, and Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. And definitely last but not least here, in this nice assortment of games, is the Arcade 1-Up Black Series, Signature Black Series Tabletop. It's kind of hard to see because of the lighting in here, but you'll just have to deal with it. Both sides have a nice setup to it. Got you nice artwork and everything. And as for the games on this, you have a choice between Galaga, Pac-Land, Pac-Mania, Super Pac-Man, Pac-and-Pal, Pac-Man Plus, Pac-Man, Dig Dug, Galaga, and that's pretty much it. So there's like 12 to 13 games on this one, I believe. But they're all working. All still working, honestly enough. The artwork on them is still nice and good. Good detail. The older ones, like you see some damage right here, the older ones did not have covers to them. The newer models have a plastic piece that is bolted over top that protects the artwork. The only one that we have that doesn't have that protection is the original Rampage. We have put a clear varnish over top of it to protect it from this point out. But every single other one has a plastic cover to protect it, other than Rampage and Street Fighter. But like I said, Street Fighter is another one that we went and added a lacquer to. Even the one here has a cover for it. Now I'm going to play some Final Fight, some good old classic Final Fight with the button. I'm going to go with Hagar. And here you go. You see here, no real delay on button pressing. Joystick still works fine, still got that nice crackle sound to it. Next up, one of my most personal favorites has to be Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I'm going to go ahead and play. Skip that. Now, anyone who's actually played these arcade 1-ups know they have pretty good detail, especially on the artwork. But it is basically a particle board system, okay, which has like an LCD screen and a nice little plastic thing with all the stuff in here for your joysticks and everything like that. It plays well, all of them do. The only thing is they are lightweight, so a lot of them, as you can see here, you know, when you play, they do move around a little bit, so you just have to keep that in mind and not be super rough with them. And a lot of them actually come with risers now. These are front plates from the risers that he decided to put on the wall up there above the system. Add a little bit of flair. The risers go on the bottom of them and rise them up to make them more up close to a actual 6 to 7 foot. So you can play these standing up with the risers. But most of the time, we don't. We actually just play them sitting down in a chair. And as you can see though, for how much they've been played, lots of people played them and they still all work perfectly fine. I say most of them have your standard issue on and off button and a volume control. The newer ones do. The older ones, the volume isn't adjustable. It's just like 1, 2, or 3. While the newer ones actually have like a slider that you can do. Man, I guess he's been playing a long time. He's withering himself down to nothing but bones. Hey man, you alright? Yeah, I think he's kind of worn out there. But honestly, they all play great. They all look great. And well, yes, they can be on the expensive side. You can actually go and just go ahead and get like a main cabinet if you want. But you don't get the charm. So, several years later, I mean, how long have we had these? Some of them are like, what, 4+ years old at this point?
Yeah,
easily.
Yeah, easily.
The newest one is Frogger, and it's still been, you know, quite a while since we had him too. And honestly, other than one slight issue with the joystick on Frogger, we have not had an issue with none of the other consoles. These have worked great. We played the living hell out of them several times. They don't have much weight, like I said, they can rock a bit, but other than that, for the price point of what you're paying for these, yes, you could go and just get a MAME cabinet or whatever it's called and emulate hundreds of games on it, but you're paying for the feel of an arcade experience, of actually having the actual real artwork from the classic games of yore, and the ability to actually play them with the sound effects and everything like that. In the end, they aren't that cheap. They really aren't. But you pay for what you get for, and I still stand by the fact that they've made a lot of improvements with their product over the years. And I can't wait to actually add a new one to the mix, maybe one of the virtual pinball machines, or maybe Dragon's Lair. That's the one I really want to play next. But in the end, that's just how the the Too Tall Devildo Gaming Arcade is. It's still alive and still kicking. Well, me and Too Tall have known each other for a long time. Now, if you wonder why he's not talking, remember, this man went through some severe neck surgery, so it's kind of messed his voice up. Yeah, he's got a nice little, you know, he's joined the zipper club, so to say. And I thought to myself, for a long-time friend, what's the best thing I could get this man? I mean, yeah, we got the great Too Tall Devildo Gaming Arcade, but it's about time he stepped up in the world, so I got him a PlayStation 5 version with God of War. Point of having a PS5 if you ain't got a game to play on, I think.
Wow, this thing is a beast. This thing's heavy duty. And it looks like I said, like a little computer console or something.
It's pretty much, it is.
End is up here. I think it might be up.
I think you got it correct because I see the PS logo there.
Yeah. Wow. Look at that thing.
I know this has been an interesting video, first with the update of the arcade 1-ups and also the unboxing video of my friend's PS5, but there's also another video at the very end here. This one is for Tamateo Abraham, and I hope I said your name right. This guy has been an avid subscriber to my YouTube channel for a long time, and he was always wanting to know about my Phineas and Ferb tattoos, to know exactly there was a meaning behind them, why I got them in the first place, and I told him that I would actually tell him. So here we go. First of all, the very first one, as you see up here, is Phineas and Ferb. Keep in mind, these tattoos are about 7-8 plus years old at this point. I have not had a touch-up, so it is kind of hard to see some of them. The first one is Phineas and Ferb riding a surfboard with Perry the Platypus. This was my first tattoo I got. It took about 2.5 hours. And every tattoo I have, I thought through. I wanted something vibrant, bright, non-offensive, and that something I never seen anybody else have. I still to this day have not seen anyone with Phineas and Ferb tattoos. Now, this first tattoo represents to me intelligence and creativity. Because let's be honest, when you have Phineas and Ferb, they are very intelligent and very creative. So that was my first tattoo there, was to represent that. Next up I got was a one of Candace and Jeremy floating downriver in pretty much the inside of a parasol or something like that. I forget what episode it is. Now, anyone who knows the show knows that Jeremy is the boyfriend to Candace. The second tattoo represents, what I call trust and love amongst one another. So, that's the secondary tattoo I got. Now, the third tattoo was by far the biggest one. Right here, as you see, it's a whole scene of Beaufort, Baljeet, and Isabella pretty much hanging out in the backyard of where Phineas and Ferb live. Keep in mind, the tattoo artist went on his own and hand drew everything for the background. So this was originally just supposed to be the 3 characters. He thought it needed a bit more, so he added all the color to it with the fence and everything. Now, these are the friends of Phineas and Ferb, and they represent friendship, okay? And the fourth and final tattoo that I have here is of the 4 Fireside Girls. They were, they're pretty much friends of Isabella, of her, and they're all in the Fireside Girls. Basically, the Phineas and Ferb version of the Girl Scouts. These 4 characters represent a multiple of different things to me. For one, I'm going to say it, this is before the word became a mainstream thing and actually meant something to me, was inclusion of having multiple people together as friends, and also perseverance. That's what that represents. So each of these tattoos actually is something from my heart I thought through and took a lot of time and effort before I had them done. And I had them all done from the same professional artist. Like I said, I have not had a touch-up on any of these yet, and they're well over 7 plus years old, okay? So for color tattoos, they've lasted pretty good. But like I said, the first one there, Phineas and Ferb. Second one there is Candace and Jeremy. The third one is Beaufort, Baljeet, and Isabella. And the fourth one is the Fireside Girls. They represent, like I said, intelligence and creativity, trust and love, friendship, and perseverance. That's what you need to do when you get a tattoo, people. Make sure it's not something just to look cool. Make sure it has meaning to you, something that stands by you and helps you get through the tough times in life, to let you know you have friends with you, and even if your friends are gone, they're still with you here in your heart. There's too many times people go and get tattoos just because it's a fad or something. Remember, this is going to be on you the rest of your life. When you die, these are still going to be on you. And I've seen a lot of people make mistakes and get stuff that they regretted. I still to this day don't regret a single one of these. And even still to this day, I still get people that comment on them and go, wow, I love your tattoos. But that is the meaning behind these Phineas and Ferb tattoos, Mr. Abraham. So that one's just for you. And remember, here at Devildo99 Gaming, we always end our videos by saying, have fun, play hard, and remember, people, the devil's in the details. Peace out until next time.